The new student's journey. Sarah is a new student who joins the school and feels overwhelmed by the new environment and frequent exams. With the help of her dedicated classmates, she learns various study techniques and improves her grades. The story highlights her transformation from a stressed and disappointed student to a jubilant and attentive learner. Chapter 1. A new beginning. Sarah stood at the gates of her new school, feeling a mix of excitement and anxiety. She was wearing the school uniform, which felt unfamiliar and a bit uncomfortable. As she walked towards the main building, she could feel her heart racing. The thought of new classes, new teachers, and new friends was overwhelming. In her first class, she noticed how attentive her classmates were. Everyone seemed so dedicated to their studies. The teacher handed out the syllabus, mentioning the continuous assessment and the frequency of exams. Sarah felt a pang of stress as she listened. She was already thinking about the coursework, the mock exams, and the many homework assignments she would have to complete. After class, Sarah tried to make conversation with her classmates. Emily, a girl with a friendly smile, introduced herself. "Hi, I'm Emily. Are you new here?" "Yes," Sarah replied. "I'm Sarah. It's all a bit overwhelming." "Don't worry," Emily said reassuringly. "Following these simple tips, it will get easier. Let's grab lunch together, and I'll introduce you to some study techniques." Chapter 2. Settling in. Over lunch, Emily explained how she managed her study routine. "I think color-coded notes are more useful than plain notes. They help me organize my thoughts better," she said, showing Sarah her vibrant notebook. While detailed notes are a useful skill, making a mind map is something you need to do more often to see the bigger picture, Emily added. Sarah was intrigued. "I've never tried mind maps before. Do you think they could help me with my coursework?" "Definitely," Sarah affirmed. "Okay, let's discard this one because it's not very relevant," Emily said, flipping through her notes. "But you know what I mean by that, don't you? It's important to filter out unnecessary information." Sarah nodded, feeling slightly less overwhelmed. She decided to take Emily's advice to heart and try out some of these new techniques. Chapter 3. The first assignment. The first major assignment was a research paper on renewable energy. Sarah felt stressed just thinking about it. She headed to the library, determined to start her research. The problems of internet research soon became apparent as she struggled to find reliable sources. She spent hours sifting through information, feeling increasingly frustrated. Remembering Emily's advice, she decided to create a mind map. She used color-coded notes to organize her thoughts and identify the main points for her paper. It was a slow process, but it helped her feel more in control. Sarah also attended a study group session where Fatima, another student, shared her note-taking strategies. "Detailed notes and bullet points help me a lot. It's easy to review and make a summary later," she explained. Following these simple tips, Sarah started to feel more confident. She worked independently on her assignment, but also sought help when needed. She realized that balancing coursework with revision and regular review was crucial. Chapter 4. Mock exams. The mock exams were approaching, and Sarah felt the pressure mounting. The frequency of exams at this school was higher than she was used to, and it was difficult to keep up. She spent hours revising, making detailed notes and creating mind maps for each subject. During one of their study sessions, Emily noticed Sarah looking stressed. "Don't forget to take breaks. Being dedicated is great, but you need to be flexible too," she advised. Sarah nodded, grateful for the support. She realized that working independently was important, but so was asking for help when needed. She attended optional activities and workshops on study techniques, which helped her improve her revision strategies. Chapter 5. The presentation. As part of their coursework, each student had to give a presentation on their research topic. Sarah was nervous about public speaking, but she knew it was something she needed to improve. She practiced in front of her classmates, who gave her constructive feedback. "I'm here today to talk about renewable energy," Sarah began, feeling her hands shake. "I think it's more useful than traditional energy sources because it's sustainable." She continued, incorporating visual aids like mind maps and color-coded notes into her presentation. Her classmates listened attentively, and Sarah felt a sense of accomplishment as she finished. After the presentation, Emily gave her a hug. "You did great. Remember, the first thing is to stay calm. The next thing is to practice." Chapter 6. Results and Reflection. The results of the mock exams were finally out. Sarah nervously opened her envelope and saw her grades. She felt a mix of emotions. She had done well in some subjects, but there were others where her average mark was lower than she hoped. Emily and Fatima joined her. "How did you do?" Fatima asked. "Not as well as I wanted in some subjects," Sarah admitted, feeling disappointed. "Don't worry," Emily said. "You can retake some of the exams if you need to, and we can help you with revision." Sarah felt a surge of gratitude for her friends. They spent the next few weeks helping her revise, using various study techniques. Sarah made sure to review her notes regularly and practice her presentations. Chapter 7. Final Exams. The final exams were intense, but Sarah felt more prepared this time. She balanced her exams and coursework, making sure to take breaks and stay focused. She used detailed notes, bullet points, and mind maps to organize her revision. After the exams, Sarah felt relieved. She knew she had done her best and was proud of her hard work. She spent the next few days relaxing and spending time with her friends. Chapter 8. The Results. The day the final exam results were announced, Sarah was nervous but hopeful. She opened her envelope and saw that her grades had improved significantly. She felt jubilant and proud of herself. Emily and Fatima congratulated her. "See, following these simple tips really paid off," Emily said, hugging her. Sarah smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. She had come a long way from feeling overwhelmed and stressed to being confident and attentive. She knew that while the journey had been challenging, it had also been incredibly rewarding. She decided to share her knowledge with other students who were struggling. She started a study group where she taught her classmates about mind maps, color-coded notes, and the importance of balancing coursework and exams. Chapter 9. Moving forward. Sarah's study group became popular, and she felt proud of her contribution. She continued to excel in her studies, using the techniques she had learned. She knew that while the journey had been challenging, it had also been incredibly rewarding. And finally, Sarah felt ready for whatever challenges the future might bring. She knew that with dedication, flexibility, and the support of her friends, she could achieve anything she set her mind to.